Welcome to Out of Bounds and Beyond. It's the 24th of November 2023. Ever noticed how, for the first time in history, we are run by beta males? So the whole of society, everything is all run by beta males. And this is all the positions of so-called power. You know, they wouldn't last 5 minutes in a room with the likes of you or I. Take them away from that computer screen or that scientific lab. But this, what you're witnessing now, is the desperate grab to maintain that hold on power, because they've lost it. They've completely lost it. There is, all cards are on the table now, and they're only possible because they are just skinny armed, skinny legged humans who can't lift a power tool, let alone be able to use it or hang a picture on the wall or, you know, fit a kitchen cupboard, because these wimps in positions of power have got that power through obviously money and the banking system and everything else. They're right on the edge of losing it now, because they know everything's up for grabs, no matter who. You know, they're trying to demoralize the likes of us into feeling we haven't got a chance, but in actual fact, that's them. That's a mirror image. It's them who's in that fear base, and that they're the ones who haven't got a chance. Because what we're doing now is we're stepping out of a time in history where the beta males have been in charge for a little while now. You know, quite a while. It's growing, and it reached like a peak. Probably I don't know, the mid 2000s, something like that. But yeah, then you've seen the collapse of that. You know, the whole world economy collapsed in 2008, and what you're seeing is the bandages that's been put over it and over it and over it, all the manipulation. The AI that you see today is merely just it's a way of beta males need to produce as much stuff as they can that will make up for their lack of muscular power and their lack of spiritual and natural awareness. They have nothing, so they have to progress the robotic side of things, the algorithms, the AI, in order to try to maintain a grip on us as normal people in this world. Because there's no way to do it through muscle power. There's no way to do it through inventiveness, creativity, just getting on and chopping logs and burning in an open fire, or, you know, that would kill them. It would kill them. They just couldn't do it. So they need to keep up this technocratic world. They need to keep producing anything, cameras, any automated systems they can. There's not many of them it takes to do it. But you know, in order to do that, and that's why they love it so much. Of course, it's failing. You know, any day we could have some sort of attack on an EMP level from either the sun or the stars or anything, or even just other people's weaponry that takes out all this system overnight. And then we'll see who's in charge. But as for now, we've been sat back. We've let them carry on with it because we've been quite comfortable, probably. You know, there's a lot of little things to consume. You just go down the supermarket, you can get what you want, you can drive what car you want, but those days are gone. And what you're noticing now is that's why the fear is creeping in. They can no longer go, here you are, just watch this. Here you are, just have this toy, you know, here's your free credit. It's collapsing, it's done. So their system of control has come to an end, and now what you're seeing is a desperation. They've already lost. If you're speaking on deep terms, they've already lost. We've already won. It's just the outcome. It's just how long it takes and what destruction's caused around because of it. Obviously, I'd love for it all to go very peaceful, and then just to go, you know what, we've messed up. We've caused a lot of problems, but you know, here you go. Go on and live your own free lives as independent beings without the bureaucracy, because that's what they are. They're the ones who stamp stuff. They can't they could lift up a stamp with their arms, you know, but probably get arm ache afterwards. Stamp out four pieces of paper and probably got arm ache after that. But you know, that's about it. And they can do disapproved, approved, you know, and they do all these things. That's about what they're good for. Just rubber stamping and computer systems. We'll get over everything. The freedom of speech that's been lost on this platform and others, it will lead to the demise of those platforms. Whoever adapts and keeps hold of the freedom of speech will carry on and thrive. And those platforms are already out there. They're just not quite to the level where you would want them to be. But yeah, it's growing. Everything's growing. It's already done. It's already over for them. It's just a matter of negotiating that new lifestyle. And I tell you now, don't ever let them have any hold over it whatsoever. What's coming after the paperwork doesn't work anymore, when people are actually starving hungry. And this is why I don't mind all this chaos happening. As far as I'm concerned, the harder and the faster the better. I'm one of those very few people that during COVID, damn it, I just said it. During Lerona, I'm one of those very few people who actually looked at it for what it was and thought, if this don't do something or jog people, then certainly the collapse and the self-deletion of family members and things like that will definitely make them go, hang on a minute, I can't live in this world, it's no longer comfortable. So that's why, I mean, the good thing is that they bring on these people, these betas who are so-called in charge. They bring on their own demise. That's why, you know, it's already done. You know, it's as soon as they bring out all this new stuff that they do, it makes the problems deeper, it makes the problems more harsh, it makes people go against them more, and it's just doomed to failure. So as you know, if you have a family member who self deletes because of the reaction to Lerona, and the people around you who just adopted that new thing at the time, and just a mass craze to have a couple of months off of work, you'll find that those people, you know, the people who have lost loved ones due to that, or the incompetency, or are now so financially strapped that so financially strapped that you can't really get past things without throwing everything up in the air, you know, nothing to lose sort of scenario. That in itself just brings on their demise, and they could never hold that back. There's too many people, too many things. I mean, they try their best, obviously, try to take away that fighting spirit. That's why you need to switch everything off. I've always said that. How many years ago? 10 years ago, I was making videos where I said, you know, switch the TV off, switch the mainstream media off. And back then, that was like a controversial thing. That was like, what, you don't watch TV? Nowadays, is like most people I know sort of say, oh God, I don't bother with that anymore. And I don't mean replacing it by gobshite channels on other platforms that just lead you down the wrong path. I mean completely replacing them, you know. And yeah, so what you're seeing is the downfall of that. You'll have all yourselves to thank, because it's been a fight. You know, we've been shouting about all this stuff. We've all been vindicated now for what's going on. Almost every conspiracy you can think of has pretty much just fully come true in front of our eyes, undeniable, you know. And the things that aren't quite true yet, people already, even people who didn't believe it before, sort of know it's true now. They've learnt that way. So yeah, God, as I sit here now, there is thousands of birds. They're all starting to flock. It's that time of year now. I'm literally Glastonbury Tor is, I can't see it because there's a few trees in the way, but it's literally to my right there. Yeah, so you know, always keep yourself sort of, you know, your mind needs to be past that. The reason why I called this channel Out of Bounds and Beyond is it could be out of bounds as in tied up. It could mean that you've just broken free on a mental level, spiritual level. But what's important is to go beyond that. And this is where we need to be creators in our own lives and make, when this beta males that are in charge now, first time in human history ever, in recorded history, that beta males have been in charge. Look what they've done. Look what they've done. And they're still trying to blame it on us. You know, I'm quite happy driving around in my this car is like 20 years, over 20 years old, 21 years old. You know, but that's my newest car. Everything else is like, you know, sort of 30, 40, 50. Oh, you can't see. I can't really bend the phone, but you won't believe the amount of birds. Yeah, so, yeah, I've got these old cars and I just kept them on the road because I know how to fix them, right? I don't just go, oh, this doesn't work. Oh, the lights have stopped working on the dash. I'm going to, you know, scrap the whole goddamn car and go out and get a loan for like, you know, 40 grand on a new one. No, I'm not built that way. I'll just fix it. I'm Generation X. It's just like everything you get can be fixed as long as as long as it's old enough, away from all this modern crap. Then it can be fixed. But yeah. So as we're fading out of here, obviously you know where we're going. You know what's happening. You can see it. It's already done. There's nothing to fight. That's one of the most important things we need to do. We need to stop reacting. You know, I used to say this years ago, quite a lot. We need to stop reacting to what others do, because that just means they're the creators, you know. We need to stop reacting and start actually just building our own independent self. I know other people speak about this. They talk about it quite often. But we've always been aiming towards that individuation, as Carl Jung would call it. You know, being a sovereign being is probably a more popular way of putting it nowadays, your own sovereign being. But you need to, I'm trying to think of other cultures and religions and what they refer to as, but it's all the same thing. Basically, you just need to be your own person now, and take on your own life, your own personal life, and don't worry about reacting to what others are doing, because there is a point where those things affect your life, but half the time, you think about half the battles you have, they don't even affect your life, or you can't do anything about them anyway. So you need to just build something completely different. Just step away from the lot, walk away, and start again. And you know, the sun's just gone down here as well. I can see it's not quite a full moon, but it's getting there. 3/4 of a moon over there in the sky, while the sun's that side just going down. Yeah, so this is where we need to go. We as the beta males lose control and they start getting out their little drones and everything else, and they're watching you in every camera angle they can and whatever they do, and their muscle-less bodies that just need just about operate a joystick. Just about operate a joystick, let alone play with themselves, you know. It's like anyway, oh, my mind goes stupid. But yeah, so always be optimistic about what's going on. It's already done. It's already done. It's just a matter of you finding the easiest way out of the toughest times that are yet to come. I'm not going to lie. They are tough times, but you know what you got to do. I'll make more videos on that anyway, and I'll speak about that soon. Anyway, you know, it's good to be back, and I'll speak to you all soon.